Welcome everybody. I just want to take you through a short presentation on Cash Forex Group, and hopefully after the presentation you'll have enough information to make an informed decision. Just want to make sure that you also understand that we are not financial advisors, but we want to show you what we've unearthed to be able to work at home and generate a fantastic residual income. First of all, Cash Forex Group is in the Forex market, and Forex is the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. Daily trade averages about $5.3 trillion. And it also happens like that historically in a recession type of environment. And I believe, unfortunately, what is happening in the world at the moment, we are going to be touching on a recession in a sense, because a lot of people, I believe there's something like 3 million people unemployed at the moment, just in our country, or actually even more. And I think in the world, there's 3 billion people that's been unemployed. It's the most flexible risk management strategy available, and you can capitalize, or your capital can be leveraged to maximum gains. What it means is that we are on a little group here now, and as we get people to join the Cash FX group, we have the ability to leverage everybody doing what we need to do every day. And the Forex market trades 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Cash FX Group, what about them? Cash FX Group is a team of project management experts specializing in financial markets. Our highly trained educational team is focused on the guidance and success of our trading membership. Now, we don't trade. I just want to put that out first of all. We don't have to know how to trade, buy and sell and sit there for 24 hours a day and probably while America is awake to sit there and trade. We actually just allow Cash FX Group to trade for us. There will come a time though when we reach the pinnacle of our products that we'll be able to trade as well. So our Cash FX corporate offices and educational floor, they bought a 7th floor of a building, brought in an architect and redeveloped it. Are registered in the location of Panama City, Panama, and our broker partners, which is EverFX, work with the following regulating authorities. Now they, FCA, DFSA, FSCA, and FSA includes our financial services in South Africa. So we are totally 100% legal in this case. The mission of Cash FX is to offer world-class Forex trading platform while providing a personalized and professional academy program. And just to stop there a bit, is they will give us a course or courses during our tenure with them that will train us how to train on the Forex market. And then, like I said, when you get to your top of your products, then you'll be able to even trade yourself. And that is, for the purpose of that, is to improve the financial lives of our Cash FX family all around the world. And I've always skipped over the values, but transparency, honesty, and respect to and from our Cash FX family. Transparency, honesty, and respect nowadays is something that we need in our lives. It's something that is really very low in most governments out there, most organizations, and these things are very necessity for us to live our lives today. Cash FX trading success is achieved with a combination of live professional trading, proprietary algorithms, and our own AI technology. That AI technology is artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is actually sitting behind our traders. Our traders are live people trading, and the artificial intelligence are sitting behind us and actually behind them and actually checking, it's actually bots that we put in place, and they're checking the algorithms that they're trading And what they're doing is they're actually predicting algorithms for the future as much as 1 day ahead, 3 days ahead, a week in advance, a month in advance, and starts to change the algorithms that we are trading with automatically and tweaking it so that we can get maximum returns out of it. So we manage all trading systems from our own facilities. Our team of professionals have extensive experience in both forex trading and expert analysis design, which is the bots, AI and EA as the bots. Then our marketing tools, Casafex members will have industry-leading tools to help them share Casafex trading with your friends. You've got, for instance, Web TV, which we can show you today, how you can actually see how they're trading. And we also have web indicators to see, if I can just ask you to mute yourself, to see what indicators we should look at. But once you get to the point where you get to the top of your level, you'll be able to see.
Sorry, Dion.
Yeah.
Dion, I think, Roy, can you just mute your mic? Thanks, eh? Okay.
So what you can do is you can actually look at the web TV and they can see how they're trading. And when we get to the top of our products, they will actually allow us to copy trade, meaning that they're doing everything with the EA and the AI and the live traders, and they will actually allow you to use copy trade to be able to trade yourself as well. So you'll get as much results as they are getting. The important thing is just they'll take us through an academy program, and the academy program is the key to our Casafex business. And without this academy program, because that becomes our product, we would not be legal. So we sell the product with our package, and you actually get to the point where you can actually, in your elemental series, start with the introduction of the world of Forex, start knowing the basic and become familiar with the terms that is needed. And then the Supreme series, it takes you a step further where you can actually start trading if you wish to, but you could also just wait till you get to the top package. And then in the advanced professional one is where they actually give you a psychology and a professional trading that you need. And that's when they give you the copy trading, you'd actually be able to trade without getting ulcers. This is where people normally end up with trading. Now, the Elemental series, our packages ranges from $300 right up to $100,000. And we've got a chap in the team that is in the UK and in England, which is, he started with a 300 pack, and he simply worked through our marketing team and our income team, income system, and upgraded himself right up to the top level within 8 months. But what I'd like you to, before we go to the next screen, just look at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but trading on a global Forex market is risky. Please only trade with money you can afford to lose. No trade results can be guaranteed in any type of real trading activity. So if you start up with a 300 pack, your 300 pack is divided into a 30% goes to the Academy pack, which allows you to start training yourself. And 210, which is a 70% of your pack, goes to a trading platform or trade account, which will allow you to start trading. So you're training and trading. Let me just enter, okay, Galaxy is in. So you start training and trading at the same time. Now, when you buy your pack, after 3 days, your trade account starts trading effectively. And I'll show you some trading results and trading predictions once we're done with this presentation. So when you're on a 300 pack and you only want to trade, you are guaranteed to make twice the 300 Rand, $300 as a return on your initial investment. However, when you get to the point where you go halfway, which is, so if you started with a $300, you would be able to get $600 out, which is 200% of your initial product purchase. However, when you get before you get to 100%, which means $300, you could take $200 and upgrade yourself to a $500 account, and then you start from there again to trade on a 350 trade account rather than a 210. And so you can carry on doing that. Now this screen or this presentation doesn't show you that we've added more products or more breaks. And these breaks will allow you to upgrade slightly better and more or quicker without too much money out of your own pocket. Right, so if I go to the second screen on the packs, you'll see that goes to a 5,000, a 10,000, and a 20,000. And just to give you an idea, on this 10,000 pack, the trade account is then 7,000. Just this week alone, and we are in uncertain times, and there has been some days that was a low return, but I'll talk to you about returns just now. One of our team members was able to pull out around about $300 on that account, the 7,000 trade account, in 1 week. Now, $300 is not going to break free, it's not break free money, but I think if you get that per week on a 7,000 pack, then you're looking at a return in terms of going on a 300 pack first and then working yourself up to a 10,000 pack, a return of 5,298 Rand per week. Now, a 300 pack would actually cost you that from the offset when you start. And as you go along and market and trade, you would actually get that what you've started with per week as a return. Now that sounds crazy and incredible and too good to be true, but if it was too good to be true, we would not have been getting it, and we are getting it at the moment. The third screen is where we go to a 30, a 50, and a 100. Now in between the 50 and the 100, they've just added a 70, so that the jump is not such a big jump from 50 to 100K, means that you can't go on a normal trading pack from 50 to 100. You have to actually start marketing, because I'll explain to you what it means if you start marketing. So this is what we're getting to now. So the Cashfix reward plan, this is a unique plan, and is full of industry firsts. Benefits that are easy to qualify for along with the concept of that accelerates your team building and earning success. You can be rewarded in two different ways. Okay, so the bare capital, that means you passively participating just by trading. They will give you 2 times your trade contract value. So just look at this two pack. The Canopy pack will be 600 and the trading will be 1,400, but they give you 2 times 2K, not 2 times 1,400. So you are guaranteed to get 2,000. If you're starting with a 300, you are guaranteed to get $600 out of this. However, if you refer one person that participates in any trade contract, you also qualify for the Bull Capital Awards, which means you can get 2 times there plus 2 times here, which means if you had a 300 pack, referred one person, you are guaranteed to get $1,200 out of this. Depending on the day trades, will be either 12 months or 13 months or 16 months or 17 months later. But I will show you how the percentage of the trade per day has an impact on that. And on top of it all, we have each trade contract includes a leadership points value. So if you look back at the bottom here, it says for a 10,000 pack, you got 15,000, sorry, a 30,000 pack, you have 15,000 PV, which is point value. So in that point value, you will be able to earn PV for yourself and group PV, which point value, and you will advance in ranks to further reward plan levels. There's a massive rewards here. So just an example, if you got a 2K pack or somebody buys a 2K pack under you, the Academy pack would be 30%, which is $600. They give every single cent back in commission. So the person that you signed up, that takes a 2K, you will receive a $300 fast start. Plus they will put the other 300 into unilevel bonuses, which means you will get 300 plus you'll get 10 people will get this Unilevel, which is 30 times 10. So participating in the Cash Forex rewards plan is not a guarantee of success. Both hard work and following structure of the rewards plan are required for results. So we can't guarantee you're going to make a lot of money. It depends on you, but I'll show you how much we made. So the trading results, our proprietary AI technology combined with our professional Forex trading team and our technicians all work together to create our extraordinary trading results. I'll leave you to read the list. The only thing I want to point out is that they've capped our trading profits at 15% per week. Now, last week we managed to get 5-point-something%. There was weeks we made 12%. We haven't hit 15% yet, but I think there's going to come a turnaround after this whole debacle we're in at the moment, that we're going to see some real good returns. 15%, guys, is a massive amount of returns per week. So we made 5% per week. That's 52 times more than you would get from a bank. So the 50% fast start bonus at the Academy Pack portion, like we said, they take the 30% of every trade contract, and up to 100% of that value gets distributed again, which means they take 50% as your fast start bonus and 50% is distributed into the Cash FX Unilevel bonus. We'll show you how that works as well. If you sign up into Cash FX, you immediately qualify for Unilevel bonuses of 4 levels with 10% of that Unilevel, which means in the case of the 2000 pack where there was $300 that was pushed to the Unilevel, you would get 30%, 10 people up. If you create enough PV points and GPV points, you will go up to executive, which opens up the first reward and opens up for levels 5 and 6 and gives you 20% on levels 5 and 6 coming back, which means you would get $60 in those 2 levels for that same 2000 pack. The executive also opens up a prize, which is an iPad. Now, iPad from Panama, shipped to South Africa, might cost you more than getting it free or even buying it here, depending on the import duties. So you could elect to take the cash prize. And normally the price of that is $900, but they would allow you to take $675 pushed into your earnings. And you could then go and buy yourself an iPad. Just to go back, you can grow your gross point value and become a manager, director, president club, ambassador, global ambassador, and all sorts of things will happen. Massive, beautiful rewards will come through. But when you get to those last 2, you open up 11 to infinity, and you would get 1.5% if you're ambassador and 2% overriding commissions on the Unilevel bonus on infinity. And those people are making massive amount of money every day. We've got a force matrix that works automatically. So if Robert is the gold there and he signed up 3 people in green, but said, no ways, I'm going to sign up more, and he pushes those 3 people that cannot go next to the 3 people on the first level. It has to go below the first 3 people. And then those 3 people could have said, okay, well, we're going to put 2 of our own on each. And then the second level, which is 9 people, are full. Every time this blue person on the right-hand side, if he had to upgrade or buy a 2000 pack, there would be $30 for this person and $30 for that person. So $30 will go up to the top. So even if you, let's say I know the name now, Tammy, I'm sorry to knock on you, but if Tammy was the gold person and signed up nobody, it would spill over from her automatically and say the green ones were still from Robert, which was above her. And those people take a Unilevel pack. There would be Unilevel commissions spilling up all the way to her as well. Then this has a further effect where the 20%, every time you withdraw some of your funds when it's over $100 in the earnings of the week, which will come through tonight, then 20% is a withdrawal fee. But that 20%, the full amount of 20% will be pushed into this matrix and will actually provide you with a withdrawal fee share of 3% of that withdrawal fee, of the 50% of the 20% withdrawal. And then there's a further matrix matching bonus. And then 40% will go to leadership. So that's where money will come out of here as well. I want to apologize. It does not apply to Unilevel Commission. It only applies to this commission, which is the force matrix. So the Unilevel is not going to be involved. Unilevel is only on the people that you've signed up and the people they've signed up. Now, this little matrix here can become 88,572 people once filled. We are sitting with just under 19,000 people in the world in Cashfx now, because we started in April last year, officially launched in November, and one of the guys in the team has already reached President Club from November till, well, he actually started slightly earlier. Already reached President Club, and you'll see just now when I show you the rewards. So this little force matrix will become part of the Bear Capital bonuses. The other 10%, go back, the matrix bonus, 10% matching bonus matrix is this one, forced matrix. So 10% of the matching bonus, of the personal matching, will be paid out to, if you're on a 500 pack, you'll get 3% on first 3 levels. If you're on a 2K pack, you'll get 6% on 5 levels. If you, like Dan on the 10K pack, will have 7 positions paying you 30% of this 10% of the withdrawal fee. Now this can become a rather large amount of money, and it can be paid out every single day of the week, 5 days a week. This is the leadership program. Once you get to the point where you have 500 personal value points, 3 referrals, and 25,000 personal gross value, or personal gross value, then you become an executive and you qualify for that iPad. And this also forms part of the Bull Capital. This is really how simple our marketing plan and our rewards program is. What I'd like to do now is just to stop share and take you into a spreadsheet that I've developed to show you how the packages perform at the moment. This is, can you all see my spreadsheet? Just go on the chat and say yes.
Yes, I can see.
Okay, good. Right, so when we're looking at today's rate...
Dion, no, we don't see.
You don't see it. All right, let me stop sharing it and share it again. All right, so just check again, please.
Yep, Sean, yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. Right, so at the moment what we have is we've got a US dollar rate of 17.61. So once I hit enter here, you'll see the spreadsheet calculates that for a 300 pack, you need 5,283. For the Academy pack, it'll be 30%, which is $90, which is going to be 1,584. The trade is always going to be 210. And Rob, I can't listen to your message now. You can just unmute and tell me.
Internet is bad. I keep dropping off, but there's...
His internet is bad. He'll be back now. Right.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay. So what we've done is I looked at yesterday. Our trade was 0.86%. So that was what we had. Sorry. There was a comment. Okay. So yesterday was our trade was 0.86%. And on this 210, we actually made $1.81. So from 5,283 investment in one day, we got a return of 31.80. That is phenomenal, guys. And because of that rate, it'll take 15 months. If we're just going to do, we're going to join, we're going to just trade and not build a team, we'll be able to multiply a package with 2, it becomes $600. Then after the withdrawal fee, 20% will apply. That means we'll be able to get out $480. That's for the 300 pack, for example. So that will give us a $180 benefit or profit on our 300 pack. And if you look at what $180 means for you, it's 3,172 profit over 15 months. That's just over a year. Now, if you can get from 5,000, 8,000 out, any bank out there, I think that bank doesn't exist. Right, so just to show you that if I take this percentage, which the previous day was 1.32%, and I hit enter, it reduces the months to 10 months. It gives me $2.77, and it's 48 Rand 81. So we have this changes on an ongoing basis. Like for instance, on Tuesday, I think, our trade went right down to 0.068, which would mean we'd have to do 19 months at 25.15 for the day. But let's just stick to, I think it was 0.86 yesterday. So if you had to run with this package, but if you signed up one affiliate behind you, you would not only qualify for $600, you would qualify for 1,200.
Right, Dion, you got 86, not 0.86, you got 86% there.
I can't see any
I was just going to say the same thing, but I wasn't sure.
If I couldn't see any months, I was wondering why I'm going to zero here. Right, so if you had 0.86 for the month, you would then be able to, if you signed up one person, you'd be able to pull out $1,200, which will take 30 months. But after running this let's call it for 10 months or so, you should be able to get to about $200. So if you take that 1.81, I'm just doing it on my calculator on my side, 1.81 times, 200 divided by 1.81. So after about 110 days of these 664 days, you should be able to take the $200. You might have to go, let's call it 130 days, because there's a 0.8% withdrawal, 20% withdrawal fee. You can take that $200 and upgrade yourself to a 500 pack. Now, a 500 pack is going to be trading at 350. And you can see from 31, you're going to go to 53 Rand a day. The time period is still the same because the equation stays the same, but at least you're going to be trading 21 or 22 Rand each per day more. And likewise, I started with a 300 pack. I managed to trade myself up to, with commissions, to the point where I could go to a 500 pack. And then Rob came along and went and bombed me out and took a 5,000 pack and blew my commissions completely out of the way, because when you go over 100% or 200% if you go 4 times, in other words, if I get 750 commission, I'm way over my 200%. And then you actually have to rebuy your pack. And I went and I bought my pack, upgraded my pack, bought my pack again, and I then upgraded to 1,000 about a week and a half later, with no money out of my own pocket. All came out of the system. And I now started with a 5,283 and ended up with 17,000 in my trading portfolio. Now it's trading at 602 per day, at 106. So now we're starting to get 3 figures in per day. And this is going to start making big changes. Now, all I did is I took this and multiplied it by 5 to give you a weekly figure. And I took that and multiplied it by 4. It's actually a little bit more because we got more than 4 weeks. We got 4 weeks and 2 days normally in a month. So already you start looking at getting 2,100, or let's call it 2,300 per month that you can pull out here for 30 months. Now, if that 2,000, if you can go to your boss and say, listen, I need a 2,000 increase, then you don't have to worry doing this. I can assure you, he's not going to give you a 2,000 increase nowadays. Now, I'm going to just go down, Rob, this is where I did fulfill my icons. I changed my icons from those to these. And if you then upgrade from a 1K pack to a 2K pack, look what happens. And I'll just put that in blue there because I want you to see that's slightly under the minimum wage nowadays. So a lot of people, just for your information, petrol attendants earns between 3,500 and 4,500 rand a month. Those guys would actually be able to pack up and do what they need. They could do this full time because this will supply their need. They would have to obviously market this before the 15 months is over when they're on the 8,000 return so that they can upgrade. So every now and then they'd be able to pull out some money. And then when they get to the point where they can upgrade, they are now starting to look at 6,360 per month. So they can pull out what they need. Sorry, you want to say something?
Deon, yes, just to let everybody know, Tammy, this is the first time on the call. These are just your daily trading values. This has got nothing to do with commissions if somebody signs up under you. So all these figures.
Sorry to interrupt, Rob. The figures that Rob is talking about now, I'm going to actually, once we finish with this, I'm going to log into my back office and I'll physically show you how those commissions are coming in. So these 30 months I put there, but could be cut shorter by direct and other commissions earned in the 12 months. I put there 12 months because I don't believe this will go anywhere close to 12 months. Okay. Right, so Rob managed to get himself to the 5,000 pack after 1 or 2 months, and sorry, 1 or 2, 3 weeks, I'd say. And he was then able to start earning around about 10. This is only at that rate. What we have seen the rate the other day, and at one stage I was actually getting a rate of 2.44. So if I just took that to 1.32, you can see now a 5,000 pack actually starts producing 16,000 Rand a month. And if you then look what Rob managed to upgrade to yesterday, he's now sitting with the possibility of pulling out 22,000 Rand per month. Obviously, bearing in mind, as he pulls that out, he needs to accumulate over the 20 months that he must be able to put in put the 7 back again, which is going to be 123,000. But if you take 22,000 times 20 months, that's going to be more than 220,000, 240,000, around 220 something, 240,000 something out there. So you'll be able to take 123 and put yourself back with a 7,000 pack. And then this is where things go a little bit crazy. Rob's friend was able to come in with a 10,000 pack. He's trading at the moment and pulling out, if it was yesterday, and we just want to be congruent to make sure you guys understand, this is 21,000 Rand per month that you're able to pull out with a 10,000 pack. So what they've done is we were going to go from a 10,000 to a 20,000. They put in an intermediate pack for us. And then we're able to, when we get to 5,000 profit here, upgrade to a 15,000. Now we're starting to look at income that most people out there would be able to say, I'm very close to saying, this is what I'm going to do for life now. Now, what we've done is we're showing you this, and we're not saying that this will last forever. We're not saying this won't last forever, but we're also saying we got to be sober, and we'll subsequent to this, a little bit down the line, we will start revealing to you more income streams. We're doing at the moment 4 income streams, but we just want to deal with CashFX today. And the important thing is we don't want to put all the eggs in one basket, and we also want to make sure that income is always generated to make sure that we are always going to have a residual income. Because in times like these, there's a lot of people sitting at home today that are not essential services that have been told no work, no pay. And we have to be sober that this is not something, this is unique. We haven't had this before, but it is not something that might not happen again. And God would prohibit this from happening again, but it is possible. So if we had to go from a 15 and upgrade to a 20, we can get to 42,000 a month. Some people are saying there, oh, at that point, that's it, that's me. But let's just scroll through very briefly, 63, 84, 106, 148, and then the pinnacle one, which is 100,000 K. You'll be able to pull out 221,000. This you could literally pull out. Then you just got to have 1.7 million of that money. Now, if you take that 212,000, and I'm not going to worry about the figures or the rands, that's 6.3 million rand that we pulled out over 30 months. You take 1.76 and you buy yourself another package. You could even go and say, I'd like to take another package and put it in for private trading, and you actually can get your broker account from CashFX, get copy trade from them, and while you're making this money, you can make the same money on your own trading platform, and it gives you a bit more to do every day. Right, so that's basically the trading situation. I just want to share with you my back office now. Is there anybody with questions at this point? You can all unmute yourself and ask questions. No questions?
So far, so good.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Right.
just want to ask questions at the end of the whole presentation.
Okay, 100%. I'll quickly get into my...
No, Sean, you can't come visit me. It's a lockdown.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I know.
Right, so at this point, I'd like to just show you, I'm going to quickly show you the dashboard. The dashboard will, and I'm just going to show you this little section here. My account finance, my lifetime total of earnings is $1,762. Now, that is, again, it's not going to make people break through, but if you look at the $1,762, that is 31,000 rand that has been accumulated in the period of, from the 18th of February till now. My account balance at the moment is 375, which will be available this afternoon. I could withdraw it now, but this afternoon I kick out Unilevel and trade balance onto your balance, and then you withdraw once because 20% applies on the withdrawal. So rather get a higher amount than this smaller amount. This is my current rank, Ace Trader, and my lifetime points is 12,750. Fast start bonuses that I've received so far is 1,320, and Unilevel is 336. Trade is so much. And let me take you, rather than jumping through all of this, quickly into finance, and you'll see your fast starts. You click on your fast start there, and it'll actually show you every single person that has joined so far. Here's the first guy on the 19th of the 2nd. Took a 300 pack. I got $45. 21st of the 2nd, I got my wife in with $300 and I took $45. 27th, Robert came in with the first pack, which is $500, and I got 75. I then got the guy from Bloemfontein to upgrade to a $500, and I got $30, which is just on the $200 difference. Then Rob missed his ability to upgrade, so he had to buy a full pack again of $5,000, and I got $750 commission. Now, $750 in one shot is 13,222 rand. And then a guy in Midrand got a $300 pack, and I got 45. My wife upgraded from 300 to 500. I got $30, and then Robert upgraded yesterday to a 7,000 pack, and I got $300. So you can see and you receive that immediately. You don't wait for a week. Then on your trading pool, every week your trading happens, and this is actually the ideal situation. I can show you the day's trading. So on the 23rd, which was Monday, 1.011%, I was then trading with a $1,000 pack, with a $500 pack, which is $3.50. I got $3.54. Then it was 1.12. I got $3.92 on a 500. Then I went and I got to my upgrade where I went to a 1,000 pack. So I got 0.68. That was a bad day, but I got more than I got on my 500 pack because I was trading with double the amount. And then 1.32 yesterday, or day before yesterday, Thursday, $9.24 in one day, I believe is phenomenal. I mean, that is 162 Rand on my 1,000 pack. And I started with a $300. And then 0.98, which was actually is 89, not 82.
8-9.
It's not 82. So there I got $6.32 on my pack. This now, all earnings from Trading Pool will be credited to your CashFX balance every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 o'clock tonight. So tonight, 7 o'clock, we get emails like, congratulations, you've received commission. And then when you go into your back office, your balance is over $100, you withdraw. When you withdraw, you pay 20%, and Bob's your uncle, your money is in your Bitcoin wallet. The dollars come to you, you withdraw, and it becomes Bitcoin, which is amazing. And why it's amazing, you guys must, I'm not divulging where this information comes from. Bitcoin will fall probably in the next 2 months or 3 months to around about 2,000, maybe even 1,785 Rand, dollars, sorry. And if you bring this money out in dollars, you will get much more Bitcoin at that point. And when the Bitcoin eventually goes to 80,000, you will have a lot of money. And this is just part of our income streams. Then in your uni-level commissions, you get 10%. Yeah, I got 10% all over my first 3 levels. When Michael McDougall came in with his $300 account, I got $4.50. When the guy in Midrand came in, I got $4.50. When my wife upgraded, I got $3. When Sean came in, I got $4.50. And when Robert upgraded, I got $30. Because between 5,000 and 7,000 is a 2,000 pack, which is $30, which is that 30% of the. Then this is all due to me now. I've already received $336, and now I'm going to get on Saturday again by 7 o'clock. Then what happens is there's a matrix. When Rob withdraws, or anybody in my forced matrix withdraws, I get 3% across 4 levels. Like Rob withdrawed a sum of money, and I managed to get $5.27. Then the lady in Bloom, 72 cents. Then Rob again, 86 cents. Then Dan the man, $1. Dollars, yeah. And then my wife, 33 cents in dollars. And so I've got 845, but that gets pushed to your balance twice a month on the 1st and the 16th. So I won't get that this Saturday. It'll only be next week. So you get paid 4 times a month plus 2 times. So it's 6 times a month gets paid. Then the global bonus and the leadership bonus, global bonus won't be kicked in now because I have to be a president club upwards. The leadership prizes are, let me just first go to balance. I'll come back to the leadership prize because the leadership prize is a little over the top. When I go to my balance, you'll see that on the 19th, I was paid a commission from the guy in Bloemfontein. And if you look at I'm just going to jump around a bit. When I go to my payment history, I started this company on the 18th of the 2nd. I paid my $300, and my trade started on the 21st of the 2nd. So I'm literally in from the 18th of the 2nd. Now if I go back to my balance, go to the last page. On the 18th and 19th, I got my first commission. The 21st, my second one, but the 22nd, my third one, which is the uni level. And the 22nd as well, my trading pool. So that was on the Saturday. So the first week after being on, I was able to withdraw 103 $16, less 20%. And I'll come back to that as well now. If we go to my second page, the next commission came in at 75, which was a fast start, somebody that I signed up. $12 for Unilevel and $19.51 for the week trading. So I was able to withdraw the second week as well. The third week, I was not able to withdraw because I had 27 and 31. And then a fast start came in, and then the Unilevel bonus came in, and I was able to withdraw on the 14th. So you can see, actually, I was able to withdraw the second week only. 7th, I couldn't withdraw because I only had those two. Then I had another trading pool bonus of 28.30 plus Rob's fast start. Then I withdrew before this came in, and I cancelled that withdrawal. Then they reversed it, and I was able to withdraw 873.34. Now 873.34, I don't get that out completely because I've got to push a 20% withdrawal fee, but that amount sitting there, 873.34, is 15,000 Rand. And then that went through, I got a force matrix. That's my first payment for people withdrawals. Then I've got a Unilevel bonus came through and a trading pool. I was able to withdraw 304. Now at the moment I've got 45, 30, 300 plus my trading pool plus my Unilevel coming out here, and I should be able to withdraw tomorrow $449.50. Now what happens is when you withdraw, you look at your withdrawal status, you'll see that the first day I withdrew, I got it the very first day, the same day, I was able to withdraw 103, they took 20.63, and everybody got commissions out of that, and I was able to get 82. This next withdrawal was 106, and I got 85. Then it was 873, I got 698.67, and last time I withdrew was 304, and I got 243. So you can see it normally takes 2 days. 29th to the 2nd, 14th to the 16th, 21 to the 23rd. But not one guy in the whole company, just under 19,000 people in the world now, has ever not received a payment all the time. So the important thing here is when you really get stuck into this company and you start working and you start speaking to your friends and family and colleagues and so on, and you get yourselves up into the ranks. This is the first one. If you're getting to executive, and I'll show you how many executives there is now, you could get an iPad or you could ask for the cash prize. Now, $675 is not to be sneezed at. I think 11,900 Rand is quite nice. That's just the reward for getting there. And you can see as if you get to a manager, you actually qualify for Rolex. Now, I know what Rolex are like in South Africa. We've had a couple of videos where Kentucky was, and McDonald's was the hitting ground where they actually just come in and take it off your arm. But you could actually just say to them, give me that $7,500, and $7,500, we are going to be able to put 132,226 into our pocket once you get to that. Then it gets crazy. When you get to director, I know you're not looking at this one, you're looking at the one next to it. But when you get director, you actually get a $15,000 holiday, 5-star holiday for the family of 4. You could also elect to take $11,250. And then Justin Halliday and Luigi Bruni, they business partners, not partners, they're business partners because Justin has got 3 kids. They went into this business but as partners. Now they're in a dilemma. They've just been awarded they actually took a GTS 4, I think, Porsche, and a blue one. I'm not sure what the policy is. I think you will be able to take the cash prize if you need to. But if you take that type of cash prize, you're looking at getting 1.3 million put into your earnings.
Dion, those guys can keep those things. I just want the one at the end.
Yeah. So the last ones are the Ferrari and the Lamborghini. Now that is crazy money. You cannot believe. Now, Justin apparently and Luigi is not far away from their Ferrari at the moment. They are growing at a rate of knots. There's a guy in their team, Richard Maud. He went from $300 to $100,000 in 8 weeks. All that upgrades, all the people he's brought in to be able to do that was under these guys. He brought in 3,000 people in 8 months. Crazy. Okay, so that's where we are at. That's the whole story. Any questions?
No.
Not okay.
Okay.
No, Tammy, you should have a question. It said you should say when and where.
Okay, I want to ask a question about.
I was just looking for my. No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, I want to ask a question about kind of cold canvassing. If you've got a lot of so-called Facebook friends, how does one approach them in a situation like this where you want to introduce them into something like this without saying, without you hassling them? Is there a way to do it?
Yes, Sean. What the best way to do it is to say you basically ask them, are you interested in a business opportunity, and you just get them on the call, and then once I can tell you now, I've got accountants that are signing up. I've got a lot of people signing up. And a lot of the time you don't want to try explain to them what's happening here, because guys don't understand the thing, but they have to go through this presentation. Once they see and they go through this presentation, it's much easier. That's why I think these Zoom calls are a godsend, because people get to physically see what is actually happening. So my advice to you is you just say, look, we are in these times. Are you interested in looking at a different business opportunity? And the guys will say yes. You say, well, then you tell them, well, listen, come log in, take a listen to what has to be said, and then you make a decision after that. And once somebody's been through a presentation like this and see that, and they see what's happening, just to give you an example, I'm running my account and Dan's account together, and Dion alluded to the fact that Dan's sitting on about $500 for the week, and that's excluding today's trade. Now we're running the accounts together. That's why it's easy for me to upgrade, because we're taking earnings from both, and we're upgrading me until we're both on the same package, which will be a 10,000 package. Then we're going to take from both those and upgrade one to a 15, the next one to the 15. So we're going to climb up. Now, if you take a look between, I've worked it out roughly between Dan and myself for this week alone, we're just going to be most probably just under $800 for the week. And in anybody's language, that is good. And that's only on trade. That's excluding the commissions that I'm getting as well, because I'm still getting commissions for people I'm signing up. So you're looking at with trade and with commissions and stuff like that. If it's going to be an average week, you're looking at well over $1,000 a week that you'll be doing.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I mean, this. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this presentation you just did now is brilliant. Like all the other presentations. I would like to get the recordings because I can actually, people are answering on Facebook. I can give them this presentation that you've just done. It doesn't have to be live. And then